Hi, boys and girls. I was started reading chapter 49 and got interrupted. I guess that's what happens when you're in your house and you're reading. So I am going to start chapter 49 now, the goodbyes. And after this chapter, you can work on the comprehension questions for chapters 47, 48, and 49. The goodbyes. The evening was full of sad goodbyes, and the first goodbye was between the flock and their young leader. The other geese wanted to help Roz and Brightbill get home, but the journey would be dangerous, and Brightbill refused to put his flock at risk. He demanded they return to the island without him. The geese could feel their instincts urging them onward, and they knew Roz and Brightbill would look after each other. So they said their goodbyes and took off into the night sky. The next goodbye was between the robot and the cows. Roz marched into the pasture one last time as the herd gathered around. "I guess this is it," said the robot. "Thank you all for being so kind to me." Annabelle sniffled and said, "I really hate goodbyes, but I'm glad you're going home where you belong. I just wish there was something I could do that could be helpful." "Actually, there is something you could do." Roz unsnapped the pocket of her tool belt and took out a transmitter. "You can hold on to this for me. Hopefully, it will take them a few days for Mr. Sharif to realize that I'm gone." Annabelle smiled as the robot gently tucked the small device under her collar. Lily and the other calves suddenly swarmed around her. Roz nuzzled their legs. They all had tears in their eyes. Tess wanted to lighten the mood, but they couldn't think of anything funny to say. The other cows called out to their friend, "We'll miss you, Roz. Get home safely. Don't forget about us." Roz waved to the herd. She said a silent goodbye to all the farm machines parked in the shed, then followed the driveway out to the field with Brightbill on her shoulder and the children at her side. The last goodbye was the hardest of all. Everyone was quiet as they walked through the silvery moonlit, past the rows and rows of sprouting crops and the farthest corner of the farthest field. Roz turned and faced Jaya and Jad. She looked past them, back at the distant light of the farm buildings. "I have prepared the farm for my departure," said Roz. "It will take care of itself for a while, but not forever." "We can manage things, at least until we get another robot," said Jad. "This won't be the same without you, but we'll be okay." "What will you tell your father?" said Roz. "That's for us to worry about," said Jaya. "You just worry about getting home." Roz glanced at her tool belt strapped across her chest. "Would you like this back?" "No, we would not," said Jad. "It was a gift for you," said Jaya. The girl pulled her brother and her robot into her big, tight hug. Beneath the sounds of the crickets were the sounds of the children crying. "How will we ever know? How will we know you've made it home?" said Jad. "We need to know how your story ends," said Jaya. The robot muttered some animal words to her son and then said to her children, "If a goose ever visits this farm and presents you with a feather, you will know I am home." The children smiled through their tears and waited for their friends to leave, but the robot didn't move. More than anything, Roz wanted to go home and yet was conflicted. She cared about this family and this farm, and now she was abandoning them. The robot lurched forward, then backward and again, as the computer brain struggled with all these thoughts and feelings. Finally, the children gave her a gentle push she needed. "Roz, we ordered for you to run away." And the robot did as she was told. So, boys and girls, now you're going to go ahead and look at the question that was posted on Google Classroom for you to answer for chapters 47, 48, and 49.